Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. I hope you all watched the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. We carried it live on many of our channels, and we have with us Col Ajay Raina, and he's going to be talking about the impact on the ground. He lives, as you all know, very close to the border, and he has a very pluralistic community around him. So we are going to be listening to him from the ground as to what he felt was the buzz. Let's welcome Colonel Raina. Colonel Raina, namaskar and welcome to P Guru's channel. How are you, sir? Ek second.
Namaskar, Shiriji. Namaskar, everybody. Firstly, heartiest congratulations. A big day for all of us. And Jai Shri
Yes.
Ram. We start the show.
Jai Shri Ram. So, Colonel Raina, you are very close to the border. More importantly, you have a pluralistic set of communities there. It's not limited to, like, say, area around Gangetic Belt where there's a predominance of a certain religion, whereas you have multiplicity of religions. And you've been also touring. You've been in Mumbai. You've been, I think, Mumbai and a few other cities. Just talk to us a little bit about how this build-up was and then how things are today. Over to you, sir.
Shiriji, thanks a ton for bringing out this point. Many people don't know that Jammu, part of troubled state of Jammu and Kashmir, is actually a mini Bharata in itself. You have all the communities. People don't know this. Shiriji, I was surprised that you pointed it out. We have all religions, including and all kind of communities, including Gurkhas in Jammu. So, yeah, it's been wonderful. Shiriji, people call it a Sanatani event. Yes, in a way it pertains to us, but I look at it as something which is civilizational. What happened today, or this Ram Janambhoomi, and touchwood, so kind of Lord Rama that people here, by and large, have understood this concept. They are very good speakers who've been telling everybody that all of us, our ancestors, were Hindus. There's no doubt, there's no debate on this. So when Rama is of Rama belongs to the world, and of course Rama is ours. Touchwood. In fact, as being from defense background, I was expecting a bit of trouble because that's how we've been doing it for now many decades. Whenever something important happens, there's something flares up somewhere. Though there have been incidents, one or two in Mumbai and Gujarat, but it's very, very peaceful. And if you look at people say it is all window dressing, but look at Ayodhya attendance. You had people from all communities attending. You would have noticed when Modi ji was leaving and kind of people who were shaking hands with him, all those saints and people who are revered in their own communities. It's been great and people have accepted it. Shiriji, unfortunately, when we must look back a bit, why these things have come up, why I was worried, or why we need to discuss this. When Somnath Mandir was being rebuilt, despite Pandit Nehru having his own issues with that reconstruction, that time the only demand that Hindus had, whosoever is representing Hindu, I'll not name the groups, was that we just want three places of our worship: Ayodhya, Kashi, and Mathura to be given to us. And what was expected that time, that other people, the Muslim community, will cooperate, because if you start counting, there are thousands of temples on which stand mosques and other things today. So I only wonder why people didn't have that kind of vision, because India had just been, India is very old civilization. It had just become independent. Somnath had been reconstructed. At that time, had a compromise been reached or arrived at, we wouldn't have seen controversies and we would have been much more peaceful and prosperous country. But we allowed that dispute to linger on. We allowed these things to remain in kind of controversy. And when we know how the people have, we come to this stage today, how many people lost their lives, how they were killed, shot, pulled from the houses. Those famous brothers, there's a knock at the door and the guy comes and he opens the door and he's shot. Elder brother comes to see what happens, he's also shot. So people were killed in Cold Brothers. All those things which were happening led us to a stage where the lot of bad blood was created. Somehow it's been all blessings of Lord Rama and Shiva that today, if you look at India, you come to any street. Rajouri has been very infamous. My district, I'm sorry, I don't have pictures. Just Google Rajouri. The town is painted, is well lit, flags, and Rajouri again, as we know, Punch Rajouri, this area, the population is not in the majority in Hindus. But then people have understood the connect. I'm thankful to media. Of course, media channels had their way of hyping up the thing, but there were very sensible voices which are telling people, okay, don't look at it from religious angle. This is Rama is all belongs to all of us. All of us belong to Rama, and people have taken it in that spirit. Shirji, it's beautiful. There's no bad blood, and good thing is, if you remember when decision came in favor of Hindu Paksh, that time government had appealed that keep it low. Don't look at it as a victory, and that's how I think that thing has made an impact. People are not saying we've won a war. People are just enjoying. They say Rama has come. Rest everything else is immaterial, and that's one of the reasons that uh, a mature country, a mature society, and we are I think oldest. We are mature. There's no doubt about it. Is handled it very very well. Uh, you go to any city. I've been watching. I don't watch reels, but last 4 5 days, Instagram, you start the reels and it's only Rama, 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 Rama. And if you need the read the name of the handles, you'll be surprised. As Sikh brothers, see, a very practical problem you were facing from recent years is the Khalistan thing coming up. You also aware what happening in farmer protest. This time, I'm not talking of those Nirankaris doing kirtan, the video came and the langar being put. This time, so many videos have come of people who matter. Uh, Baba Fakir Singh, the first Nihang against whom the FIR stands even today, who had gone into Ayodhya and performed Havan and done Ram Puja in 1850 something, his eighth generation, his own family, he came on social media and he told people. And I'm sorry, Shiriji, people, there Guru Granth Sahib is one sacred Granth which cannot be altered. So there's a line saying Ek Ram Dasharat Ka. The line which says that there's Ram, one who was born to Dasharat, and there's another Ram. So people have how interpreted this misinterpreted is that the Ram who was Dasharat's beta is not our Ram. Our Ram is different. So, despite the fact that Rama appears so many times in Rama, Krishna, all these names appear in the Guru Granth Sahib so many times. So, this time, 6 scholars have come online and they told people, they said, please go and read so and so Granth, where it is written that in one Yuga Rama came, then Krishna came, and that the Granth of theirs, not Guru Granth Sahib, there are other Granths. They say that this Kal Yuga, Guru Nanak was in reincarnation because when things were going bad. So we all belong to one entity, one part.
Yes.
So all these things have actually, I'm actually very happy that Rama Mandir, this development has not only united Hindus, of course, which we all scattered, it has united the nation. Sikhs are now coming back to fold. There's no problem with them. We never had any problems. But there are scholars who have gone up on the social media and said that this Sanatan Sikh debate must stop. We all belong to one. And then the people said, okay, don't believe us. Go and read so and so Granth. Read so and so writing of Guru Gobind Singh Sahib. And then you deduce for yourself that is there a difference between Sanatanis and Sikhism. So all these things just happened because Rama, this mandir was, today the thing was happening. Otherwise, these are debates which keep happening on the fringes. Somebody listens. So there's a fervor. There's a civilizational fervor, Shiriji. And you can see happiness on my face. I'm actually, as an Indian, I'm very, very contented. As a Hindu, I'm very proud. And this is how you reclaim your civilization. India is doing it, and in a very mature way. People, despite all the doubts and all propaganda carried out there, people. So somebody was rightfully telling me, sir, whenever Rishi Munis did yagas, they were Rakshasa who will come and destroy that Havan Kund. So these Rakshasa are always there. They will remain. They've been there in the past. They exist today. But civilization moves on. And we're moving on, Shiriji, very proudly, very happy. And this is how I sum up the situation in our country today. And I'm sure what is happening abroad, you people are, I've been seeing it firsthand. I've not seen this kind of celebration of any event originating from India across the globe, despite being, we are third or fourth, I think, in numbers, Hindus world over. But this kind of celebration all over, it's been great.
Colonel Raina ji, I don't want to mention the name of this person, but she's a dear friend of mine. And I was watching on 20th Saturday, we flagged off 1,000-car rally, which went through the entire length of the Bay Area, about 100 plus miles. And it started where, very close to Google campus. And then from there, it went all the way up to the Golden Gate Bridge, which is an iconic place, San Francisco. So it's about a good 40 miles there. Then they turned around and they went to other places. And in the evening, there was a laser light show. When we went there about 1 hour before the thing started, I just wanted to get I went to the starting point. I wanted to interview people as they were coming in, what they think and things like that. Amazing energy. amazing excitement. Then, as it came towards the starting point of the rally, there were a lot of bikers also, motorcycle bikers, about 10 or 12, and each one had a pillion, so 20, 25 people. And it started raining. I mean, it is raining pretty hard. Then, as the car rally started, first the bikers and then the car, I have my good friend, her husband is driving, and she opens the sunroof of the car.
Okay.
Remember,
Okay.
it is raining, and
Okay.
she's wearing a Ram Mandir t-shirt, and she sticks her head out, and she's holding the flag, and I don't know how far she went. I mean, this is braving the nature, if you ask me. It was raining pretty heavily, and the car would have been damaged because inside, upholstery gets messed
Yeah.
up when your rain comes in.
True.
Nothing, didn't bother, didn't care. He said, "This is Ram. This is." See, that is the energy that I saw. I mean, we can all say, Jai Sri Ram 100 times and things like that, but this is taking it to a whole new level. I was like, oh my goodness, I hope she's all right after all this, because, you are taking, I mean, no cap,
Okay.
no umbrella, nothing. I mean, she's holding a, Jai Sri Ram flag, a big one. And many cars had both the American and the Indian flags tied to the back and the Ram flags on the sides. This was, and some had flower decorations. I mean, this is unbelievable. People were just blown away at that enthusiasm and the energy that was there on display. I mean, I have not seen this kind of energy ever before in my life. I've lived here many, many years. Was a spontaneous thing. That was the point. And I did an interview. I'm still trying to fix up the audio. Audio wasn't great because there was so much noise in the background. But I had people come and talk to me in different languages as to why Ram matters. See, there is all these mischievous elements trying to create a north-south divide, an east-west divide, and this and that, and so on and so forth. They need to be slapped in the face, not physically, but using words. So that's
Yeah.
what I was trying to. I mean, I'm going to put out a couple more videos on that. But my takeaway from that rally, it started out very modestly. 300 people signed up, and by the time they were about to do it, they had closed registration. 1,000 cars had signed up. Imagine 1,000 cars on the street, on the highway on a Saturday afternoon, and it was just incredible sight. I mean, there are lots of pictures on social media. You all can go and watch it. Just look at a Bay Area car rally, and you will see all these things. Just tells you this is just one city, and we have been buffeted by vandalism. 5 temples have been stolen with hooded gunmen, and a lot of things are happening to just disrupt this. A lot of things happen working up to this, but on this day, come the man, comes the hour, and everybody turned up. I was so happy to see that thing. And by the way, it was not just one religion. Many people from many religions were there. What you said, that Ram is for all, that message is really sunk in. That's what I thought. So, Colonel Raina, you see, this event has, disturbed the usual loudmouths. CNN has a story. I saw that Audrey Trishki has written an article somewhere saying that what happens to the minorities, they are afraid, this, that, all that nonsense. It tells you that somewhere somebody is seeing that the narrative is slipping out of their hands. But more importantly, it's the same voices. No new voice is getting added. That tells you that people have understood the game behind this, isn't it?
Yeah. Shirji, you said it rightly. Those who've been barking, they'll keep barking. You can't really stop them. We are not Abhimanyus or no. Who was that? Who put those arrows in dog's mouth? Eklavya. All of us not that.
Right.
And people actually take people have taken the right approach. They said, people said, okay, let them bark. There's no point wasting energy. So today when I was tweeting, I was just listing people we must be thanking. So I started with car sevaks and the lawyers who fought the case, and the mothers who gave their sons and husbands who died. Then I came down to security force agency. This is a massive event. In fact, anything could have happened. Shiriji, kind of people who are out to damage a culture and a country today, as we stand today, the list is endless. And anything could have happened anywhere in India, because everywhere celebrations happening. People only saw Ayodhya. I mean, similar kind of celebrations happening all over. Chandigarh, the city of retirees. People say only retire people go there after retirement. No, it's 8 o'clock. You don't find people outside. Only restaurants are open. Rest everything shut. Chandigarh, the fruit mandi has been closed for last 2 days. The langars running there, and replica of Ram Mandir in Sector 34, and the whole city, as it is, beautiful city, is decked up like a bride. So people have taken an approach. Okay, let these dogs bark. We will move on. So in the list, I also listed are young guys, youngsters, 12 to 19, 20 years old, who are very, very active in Instagram. No, they're wasting time in Instagram. I know that. But the way they've taken Insta and Twitter by storm, every second tweet, every second Instagram post, and every reel, practically 9 out of 10 are about Ram Mandir, the beautiful songs, the beautiful clippings. And Shirji, then you have this faith that when you have this kind of energy of a civilization backing up an event, nothing will go wrong. That kind of 12 years old child, girl with her brother, who's I must be 14, traveling on skates 1250 kilometers all the way, and it's foggy, it's cold. The people who are walking on foot, there's a handicapped guy going on wheelchair, pushing his wheelchair without any mechanical support. No, not that thing automatic. No, he's just physically pushing it. So when you have those kinds of energies flowing across the country, nothing can go wrong. That's one thing. Despite being in this business of security and threat analysis, I had that kind of a uh, uh, comfort in my heart. Okay, we are vulnerable and things can happen. And these people, like you said, they've been writing articles and whatever. They let them write. No, Indians don't read Washington Post. They stop reading New York Times, and they unfollow these people. In fact, in Twitter, what is happening is generally like people like me, like I have a habit that whosoever follows me, I also follow back out of courtesy. And unless the guy proves himself otherwise, that today, this time, there were 7 days, I've seen people who had that kida showing up in their tweets. So I cleaned up my Twitter account a bit. So this is approach people have taken. That neglect, mute, ignore, and move on. Like I said, Rakshasa have been disturbing our Havnas since ages. Were there, they are here today, they will remain. But I think instead of focusing on that, we as a country, as a community, as a nation, we decided to move on, ignoring them. And I think that's the change which we see this time, Shirji, and a very positive change. And one thing I'll say, all Indians who are abroad, you are missing something. This last week was something extraordinary. You go out on street and you come back with goosebumps. I mean, and kind of profile. I mean, like you said, not a single community, everybody taking part, which I also know I haven't seen in 5 decades of my existence, plus my childhood. I have not seen this. Great.
Very true, very true. And it wasn't limited only to one country or the other. I saw, like United Kingdom or Australia, anywhere that Indian expatriates were there. I mean, countries like Mauritius gave a day off. Mauritius declared a holiday. India had partial holiday for some. And that tells you that this is an event of once in a millennium event. In fact, there are some politics that were played in Tamil Nadu, and initially they put out an order saying no puja, no annadan, and all that stuff. And then they saw the blowback. I mean, Annamalai came on and said, "Who are you to tell us what to do and not to do in temples?
Yeah,
Take a
and
walk." And
people went to court, Shirji. They got the order in the
yes,
morning. And
yes,
this was thappad, like you said, no, you don't have to do it physically. This was that
yes,
virtual thappad across the face of
right,
Tamil Nadu
right.
government.
Sergey, I see a big problem in Tamil Nadu. This is not something that everybody will know. I'm just going to, I know it's politics, but I need to tell people what is going on. Stalin is not well. I don't know if you saw 2 days ago, there was a meeting where both Prime Minister and Stalin were addressing the meeting. That meeting, there was a short walk from the car to the stage, right? He was literally leaning on Prime Minister Modi. He was holding him by hand. Not only that, he actually stepped somewhere and slipped, almost fell down. Modi ji, who's probably same age as Stalin, he held him up and then they walked. There was another place where there was a youth DMK conference, and this guy is supposed to do dhol bajing, same problem. And his hand is shaking, he's not able to control it. He is very, very sick. So that brings up the question, who is running the administration? Because it is believed that he doesn't give there is no consensus in cabinet or anything like that. Everything is coming down from the CMO. If he is not well, then who is running the administration? Turns out there are 4 administrative officers, IAS officers, administrative services. I mean, it could be IPS, it could be this and that. These people are doing something that is totally against their udyoga dharma. And I'm hoping after 2024 that every one of them need to go to jail. They cannot be doing what they are doing. I don't want to take names here. I mean, if those of you who are following Tamil social media channels, they are brutal. They are laying down the name. This fellow is the one who gave the order. This fellow, because what they said was, no, there was never an order in place. All lies. Annamalai has put out a tweet saying this is the directive you gave to all the police departments. These guys are completely caught naked, and this has to be fixed as soon as 2024 elections end, because this is not the way the administrative service should be running the country. They are the steel frame. Remember that, sir? Steel frame. Sardar Patel said that you are the steel frame on which India runs. And this is not the steel frame that I'm looking at. Also, many of their names are going to come out in the 2G scam also. It's going to be a huge deal. Just watch out, guys. This May 2024 elections, I'm hoping 2G verdict will come before that. Let's see. It doesn't matter. They cannot run. They can run, they can run, but they can't hide. They will be caught. So anyway, back to our discussion, Rainaji. Let's take a look forward. First of all, we all know that there is an economic corridor that will be established once Mathura also comes online. Mathura, Ayodhya, Kashi, and there is also the Gyanvapi resolution in Kashi. And Hindus will stop after that. I mean, the point made is that there is a birthplace of Krishna. This is the Jyotirling that was there in Shiva's in Kashi. These things have to be, certainly. And after that, it will stop, and then people will move. Just like the way only one Somnath was reconstructed at that time in 1951. India did not go on and keep adding more. So, talk to us a little bit about, economically, UP is one of the fastest growing states in India. Now, this is going to spread, in my opinion, all the way up to Sri Lanka, Ashok Vatika. Because the idea is to have a way that people can take religious tourism. You can go to Panchavati, you can go to places like Pakshi where Jatayu fell, and so on and so forth. So this economic opportunity from religious tourism, this is a first for India. I mean, India had people. I mean, you go to Tirupati, you see a lot of people, Golden Temple, a lot of people, but here it is much more of a 1-week trip or a 2-week trip and things like that. Has India discovered that it is sitting on a gold mine of opportunity that it can actually use to generate its own economic prosperity?
Yeah, undoubtedly, Shirji. First, I will start Veg Hotel coming up in Ayodhya. In fact, Ayodhya is going to run short of accommodation very soon. Coming to your point, I'll just reveal that at this moment in time, I should have been biking on the road. And whatever yatra we were undertaking, a yatra being undertaken by Rishikula based in Bangalore.
Yes.
Precisely your point. Aim was that we were going to Sri Lanka by boat, and then coming back by air after visiting the places, then riding all the way Rama did, actually, that kind of a thing. And there are point where Rama went and hugged that boatman, so-called Choti Jati ka boatman,
Right.
Shabri came. Yes. Yeah. So, Shirij, we just need to connect this and Nepal. We can integrate India, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, and then the whole region will be prosperous. And yes, we've been having this tourism of different sorts, but nothing like Ayodhya has ever happened. And if estimates are to be believed, then the kind of growth which UP is going to see in next 3 to 4 years is going to be immense. Firstly, Modi has given a deadline that 2024 December, the whole complex will be ready, which is something actually no less than a miracle. If people who know the thing, they know what kind of challenge they're facing in front, because then he realizes that there's no time. We need to push, and people are actually pushing. 24 hours work is going on. So this complete circuit, even if you don't have so many days, if you just collaborate with place in Nepal and then Ayodhya, the small circuit of 3-4 days, and Shiriji, my servants' parents today, their daily wages, they are in Ayodhya. They took loan and went.
Wow.
So we are not looking at people who will spend billions or millions such people who taken loans and gone. And in fact, when I came to know, then I sent them money. I said, don't offer it in temple. Temple has enough. In fact, temple has actually requested that we just wanted about 900 crores. We already got 5,500 crores. We don't need money. I said, this is for a journey. Just cover your food and this. So from that level till Amitabh Bachchan coming and buying a land for 14.5 crores. So that is the range and kind of numbers we have, numbers that India has, and the number of people who come to India from outside, and facilities which are coming up. Main complaint here is what? That you have mismanaged airport. We used to have. We had bad roads. Our traffic was headache for anybody outside. Security. Yogi ji has taken care of everything in Ayodhya, and everything like you said. If the good sense prevails and everything settles down in Kashi and Mathura, Shiriji, this corridor is going to be a game changer for our country and for a century to come, if not more. Uh, so we are optimistic because we see, Shiriji, it happens from top. It happens on top. Somebody was interviewing this singer who sang that Ram Aayenge, that famous song, Jubin. And they said, you composed this, you sang this song 1 year before the event. How did you know? He said, no, it just happens. He says, because we are artists and we have direct contact with we get connected with through our Saraswati to whosoever sitting on top, and then we are guided. He said, we had no idea. We just composed this song, and today is the most played song on the social media. So I'm sure this is started, whether through goodwill or judiciary, whichever way, is matter of time. And when we talk of a country or civilization like we have, 10 odd years, 5-7 years don't matter. But good thing is, kind of progress which Ayodhya has already witnessed. You speak to Ayodhya locals, how proud they are and how change Ayodhya today stands. Ayodhya 5 years back and Ayodhya today are two different worlds. So that is inspiration itself. And Ayodhya has a sizable communities of all kind of religion. Everybody's getting benefited. It's not exclusive. So yes, you are right. This corridor connecting these three places, and like I said, why not Nepal, Sita's birthplace? Why not Sri Lanka? Then you have and the kind of infrastructure we have, kind of roads we have, which enable you to travel. I mean, there was a time when these things were already existing, but one couldn't travel from one place to another. When our yatra was being planned, just to take you over Tamil Nadu, we had to actually abandon it. We rescheduled it. We had done only Sri Lanka part and left it because we were told that you will be arrested the moment you enter Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
Nobody will hear
Yes.
your bail for at least 7 to 10 days. And it will be taken as an election stunt. It had nothing to do with Bhartiyana. We had nothing to do with elections. It was like what you're saying. That was the idea, that we connect all those good places along with it. So it will happen now after elections. So I agree with you, Shriji, and much more than we can anticipate will happen. Good thing will happen. Much more than
absolutely. And before we sign off, I just wanted to talk about one incident. Viewers, I have been doing Twitter Spaces for the last 6 days. A couple of youth, one in his 20s and one in probably late 20s and early 30s, they have been hosting this 6 days Twitter Spaces around 7:30 a.m. India time, 6 p.m. US time, and the timing was chosen in such a way that anyone from the world could participate. Yesterday, a 25-year-old boy, he is living in the United Kingdom. His original descent is from Sinhala, from Sri Lanka. And he is born in UK, but his parents are from there. He had one of the most erudite observations. See, the thing why I'm saying this is, Sinhalas, with this, whatever, there has been some amount of confusion there, apprehension. This boy, 25 years, very clear in what he's saying, that Ram unites us. I'm like, where is this coming from? He had never had an exposure to Ram. He grew up in Sri Lanka and then in United Kingdom. You don't go and, it's not like, in India where, you turn in the morning, it doesn't matter which channel you turn in. There is some, bhajan song, something, some pravachan going on.
Yeah.
There is osmosis. You absorb that, right? But somebody who's living somewhere abroad where you don't have all these things. I mean, most of the time, the street is eerily quiet where I live, Rainaji. I don't need to do any soundproofing. Things are quiet. So what touched me was how much the youth has absorbed the importance of this, the significance of this event. I was like blown away. I mean, there were so many people who were coming and talking and sharing their viewpoint. And again, all these are different accents. Beautiful. You listen to Australian accent, you listen to British accent, you listen to Guyanese accent, because we don't know this. Viewers,
Yeah.
1 in 2 Guyanese today is of Indian origin. 1 in 2 of the Trinidad area, which is the Tobago is an island, Trinidad is the mainland, of Indian origin. 1840s, they all came by boats to do work in sugarcane plantations. The British brought them there. Same thing with Fiji, or Fiji, I should say, Fiji. I mean, this is something else. What we are seeing here is that unity of purpose, and let's live by the ideals that Lord Ram set for himself. And I mean, the man suffered all his life. You have to understand that. And yet he never gave up on some of his ideals that he had set for himself, and the way he governed. We have a lot of stories still unfolding about how things were during Ram Raj, and we'll be covering all those things in a matter of next few weeks. We'll be doing these things as a program. Raina ji, conclusion from you, and then we can call it a wrap.
Yeah. My concluding remarks have to be about our dear Prime Minister Shiriji, 70-year-old man, 11 days of fasting, surviving on coconut water and maybe some fruits, sleeping in this cold weather on a blanket on the floor. And look at the kind of day he had, and look at the energy. Did he sleep like Stalin? Did he need anybody's support? He was being carried by some unseen hand. The way he conducted himself there, then he went and met workers, threw flowers on them, then went and did Shiv Puja. He's a Shiv Bhagat, of course, and Shiv, of course, is Mahadev. So many of us have this feeling that this man is here with a divine purpose. He's not just been sent here to govern us for 5, 10, 15 years and go away. No. I think a part of it has been achieved by him. He set a ground in India today, which will take us to bigger heights. He may not be there because 70 years, that thing is also there. He set the rule that nobody will be in the government after 70 years of age. So maybe 26 he hands over to somebody else. But the way he took it, like the Swamiji said, that he just wanted to know what is the ritual. And we said only 3 days of fasting. And he took it on 11 days. Now people are connecting the politics in South, and that people will keep talking. But this kind of dedication in a country where we've seen people coming and cutting the ribbon, planting one plant which nobody waters thereafter and dies after 10 days. This is how inaugurations are done in India. And then you see something like this. So I think this is all combination of such dedication, such connect, watching your Prime Minister doing all this every day. People may say it's cameras around him. So what? Cameras are supposed to be doing it. Cameras around everybody, whosoever is in public space. But kind of message and vibes is sent around. I am very optimistic. I'm very happy. Very, very contented. Forgotten all those 486 years of torture our ancestors went through. People who stopped wearing pagadis and leather shoes, who fought the last battle for Ayodhya. Today they wore the pagadis after 486 years, Shiriji. I mean, you just can't put in words. It's overwhelming. So may Ram bless all of us. Keep giving us wisdom like this. Keep us balanced, and may India progress. That's what I will say.
Thank you so much, Colonel Raina. Viewers, see, I bring Colonel Raina to talk about geopolitics. Today, we saw a totally different facet of him. I knew when I asked him this question that he would, that he would be just as comfortable talking about this as he is talking about geopolitics or the history of armed forces. So, sir, first of all, thank you so much. And viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. We are on our path to 500,000. We are around 475,000. I would like to get there faster. So if some of you have forgotten to subscribe, feel free to subscribe. Also follow Colonel Raina ji. He's a very regular guest now in a couple of channels. One is, of course, Deaf Talks by Adi Achint, my good friend. And I think he's also going to be, you will be seeing him in other channels. More power to you, sir. I hope you have time to address all our requests. We are trying to make this Mondays 6:30 p.m. with Colonel Raina a possibility, as long as he's available, because sometimes he's a very busy man. He's also traveling. But my guarantee, my promise to all of you viewers is Monday 6:30 p.m. you will listen from Colonel Ajay Raina. Ajay Raina. Namaskar. Thank you so much.
Thank you everybody. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.